What's going on, people? Ron here with East Coast Jeep SRT, and today I'm going to show you how to hardwire your Power Magic Pro Ultra battery from Blackvue. I have a Jeep Grand Cherokee, a 2015. It's an SRT model, but this will work with any Jeep Grand Cherokee. I'm going to show you where there's an opening to get through your firewall to the fuse box if you want to use the included fuse tap. You can also wire this to your battery, which is underneath the seat, but they give you plenty enough cable here to go and wire this right into the fuse box. This is the part that's going to go to the battery, and this part here is going to go to your ground. There's going to be a portion, there's going to be a nut inside the engine bay. I'm going to show you where to do that. This part here goes right inside there. Crimp it down, secure it. You might want to put a little electrical tape over it, or if you have a you want to put a little electrical tape over there. Plus, that's the part that's going in the fuse, and I'll show you where you can. There's multiple spots you can use this 20 amp fuse tap. You do not want to plug this into a constant hot fuse. You want to make sure that it only comes on when the vehicle is running. It's very important, because if you don't, you're going to end up draining your battery, and you could destroy your battery. Don't want to do that. Second, you're going to need a couple of things to get this done. You're going to need a wrench or a socket to get the nut off that I'm going to show you in a second. You're going to need a trim tool, excuse me, not a trim tool, either a flathead screwdriver or an actual, you know, those little push pin remover. You have to remove a couple of push pins. Real simple. You need a, let's see, what else? What else do they provide? That's really it, to be honest with you. So that's step one. Get everything ready. Step two is how to get through. Where do you go through the firewall? And I'm going to show you that now. All right, so the next step is to go through your firewall. You're going to need a screwdriver or a push pin remover. I'm going to use a real thin screwdriver flathead right here. I'm going to show you. Here on your passenger side of your vehicle, okay? Underneath, you're going to remove this push pin here, this push pin, and you can remove the third one over here. There should be a third one under there, because we need to pull this panel down. All right, back there's a hole right up in the top corner here, and I'm going to show you that in a second. But first things first, we got to get these three push pins out. Use a bigger screwdriver. You know what? I should have used my trim tool. Would have been a little easier. There we go. There we go. Get that side out. You only need, you know what? I think you only need access. You only have to remove two of them. You just got to get access to this hole over here. All right, let me see if I can show you where the hole is. You're going to need a helping hand to wire this up. All right. Okay. You see that wire back there? You see those wires going through that hole? That right there is the opening that goes into the firewall. I'm going to show you where that is now. We have some custom wiring going through there. You can see the Blue Ghost module that we use, but that's where the wires go. I'm going to show you that, how to get there in a second. All right, so inside your engine bay, over here by your positive battery post, down there, you can see where the light is. You can see where the orange wire and the custom wires are going. That's the hole that I just showed you. That's underneath that little panel, underneath the glove box. So there's no easy way to run that wire up. And since I have wires in the way, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a metal hanger straight into the hole, and I'm going to tape the wires to the other end and just pull it through. Whatever way you figure out how to get the wires up to you, that's what you need to do. That's your next step right there. There's the hanger that I pushed through the hole. I'm just going to attach the wires and pull it back up through there. All right, so I used a little electrical tape and I taped the wires to the end of the hanger, and I'm just going to pull it through. Oh, there you go. All right, now that we have the wires through the firewall, I'm going to show you where in the fuse box to fuse tap it. Next, we have to connect the fuse tap to both the wire and the fuse box. In the meantime, look what I found. That would have helped a minute ago, don't you think? Didn't know I had it in the vehicle, but all right. So next step is we're going to run this wire through here so it looks a little cleaner. This pops up. I'll show you how to pop that up, and then where to go in your fuse box, which 20 amp fuse you're going to want to replace. That's only ACC. You do not want to run this hot. Again, I'm going to tell you again, do not run it hot. If you have a Jeep Grand Cherokee, use this method, please, okay? And then your ground is going to go right here. So you're going to need a wrench to take that off. You're going to take your rubber cap off. You're going to undo that. You're going to add that to that part. And that's pretty much it. So I'll show you the whole process now. All right, guys, next step, you're going to connect this here to the fuse tap, okay? Push it all the way in. Grab your crimping tool and really squeeze the crap out of it. And then there's a spot here to crimp it down. Oops. All right. Make sure it's secure. I even suggest running a little electrical tape around it. Or if you have an extra piece of shrink wrap. Just like that. That's done. Now I'm going to show you which fuse we're using. All right. Well, first things first, we got to run this underneath there. And all you got to do is lift it up. All right. Next. Okay. Over here, that fuse opening. See how it's a little bit bigger than all the other ones and it doesn't have a fuse in it? That's for your rear cargo area. Now it's bigger because you can choose between constant hot and power on. Since I have nothing powered to the rear cargo area, that's the fuse we're going to use. Make sure you put it in the right spot. Don't put it constant hot. Okay? I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Next, you want to ground it right here using that nut. Okay? All right, remove your negative battery post nut. This is a 1/2 inch, this will work. Careful unscrewing it because you'll drop it. Keep your fingers on it at all times because it will drop off. We've had people drop it. There you go. Pull this back. What's up? And just attach it to your negative. After you secured your fuse and your negative ground, go ahead and reattach it. Tighten it back up. This may not be a 1/2 inch. All right. Don't forget to put the rubber nut back on. All right, now that you've got done fuse tapping it, now you got to reattach everything here, and you got to run your wire up and along. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the wire, got some play here, take it, tuck it. Right. Out of the way. I'm gonna go over here. And it'll tuck up and under this part here. You got plenty of wire to tuck it. But make sure you go ahead and reattach your panel here. All right, once you've tucked that in, you want to sit there, run this wire up and underneath your middle console. Again, you got plenty of wire to do it. You got to tuck your wire. Let's get the battery ready. All right. Now this part's going to replace the part you already have installed for the cigarette lighter. When you disconnect this, okay, make sure you throw the switch over from cigarette all the way to hardwire. Oh, that's powering down. Now we're going to plug it in. Okay. All right, one thing I want to show you that I almost forgot to mention, when you place that in your fuse, that's going to be slot number F91. If you put it in F90, if you slide it over one, it'll be constant hot. You want to put it in F91, just in your normal position. Make sure, I don't know if you can see this, it comes with a 20 amp fuse, but you have to add a second one. This fuse tab needs to have both 20 amps in there, okay? I forgot to put that in there. Close the circuit. Make sure you put both in, okay? And that's the position you want to be in. That's F90, not, excuse me, that's F91, the closest to the end. I'll take a picture of it and show you. And then just try to run the wires, make them neat in here. Run it around like this, and I cut a groove right there so it can go. And there you go, okay? And that's where your wire goes, and your wire is going to run right down through that slot into the firewall. All right, so now that we're reconnected using the battery, all right, so I have my battery mounted underneath the seat. Now that we're reconnected and we're hardwired, you can see Bluetooth is connected, that blue light on there. Make sure that switches over in the hardwire. Now it's basically just cleaning up the wiring. This, I can get rid of this. I don't need this now. All right, and now I just have to put this back under here and clean up my wires. I have a big thing of Velcro underneath here. It gives you a lot of wiring, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to run this. Yeah, I know what I'll do. All right, disconnect this real fast. I'm going to go underneath the center console with the power wire, the wire that we fuse tapped. And I'm going to go underneath the seat rail. You don't want your seat coming up or a passenger messing that up on you. I should do the same thing with the dash cam. I have it secured right here for easy removal, but I should move that out of the way also. All right. And I'm going to reattach the battery. There we go. I just need to secure this on the Velcro. That's it, people. That's all you need to do. All right, that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this installation video. If you have any questions, comment below and I'll try to get right back to you. It's really simple. If you have a Jeep Grand Cherokee, pretty much it's all set up the same way from the wk2s. I decided to go through the firewall because using the cigarette outlet takes twice the amount of time to charge your battery. When you finally fuse tap it, it is so much easier, so much cleaner. You don't have to worry about unplugging it from the cigarette lighter anymore. It's just literally, it's done. And the Blackvue app, you can always check in on your battery like I'm doing right now. Discharging 100%. You can always check in on that, and it'll tell you right now that the power's off. Here, you know what? I'll show you how it'll turn back on. So right now it says it's discharging, right? So let me start the vehicle. Now listen, you'll hear an audible beep. I don't know if you heard that before my radar detector beeped, but now it says it's charging again, okay? And right here for DC in, you see that? It shows you 13.9, 14 volts. So 100% charged. Now, as soon as I turn the vehicle off, once again, here, you know what? Let me take the radar detector off so you can hear the audible beep. That was odd. Okay. So as soon as I turn the vehicle off, you're going to hear the battery, the ultra battery beep. It's going to tell you that it's disengaged, okay? And you're going to see from fully charged, that is going to change to discharging. So here we go. You hear those two audible beeps? That was the ultra battery telling me that it now says discharging and no longer any DC in. So that's it. So if you have any questions, hit me up below. Please be safe, people. Check back for other videos on how to, especially with your Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT, and my monthly giveaway where I give away cash and products. And also to the lucky person who's going to win the DR750S 2-channel plus the Bravo 112 battery that I have from Blackvue. Check out that giveaway video. That's live now. And once you check that out, it has all the information on there on how to join, okay? That's all I have for you, and I'm out.